Hi guys, today I'm going to do a review of the Crkt Pazoda. Let me just get the specs out of the way for you guys. This model is model number 6490. We have an overall length of 6.5 inches. And we have a blade length limit of 2.625 inches, so a little bit over 2.5 inches. Blade thickness is 1/10 of an inch. And we have 8CR14 MOV for the blade steel on this. In terms of Rockwell hardness, we're looking at 58 to 59 HRC. These specs are coming from CRKT themselves. As you can see, I got the combo edge, but this model also does come in the plain edge. And CRKT did come out with the Pazoda 2, which is larger. It's, I believe, 3 inches or a little bit above it in terms of blade length. And that the serrated version of that has some serrations which are similar to the SC serrations, which are, instead of tri-point one, pretty much the part that's in line with the cutting edge is flat. So we got a dark gray titanium nitride coating on the blade, as well as on the pocket clip and the frame lock side, as well as the recessed portion of the presentation side of the front scale. And we got a modified clip point blade style. The handle liner material is 2CR13 stainless steel, and handle length is 3 3/4 inches, and the thickness is 0.31 inches, and so a little bit over a 1/4 inch thick. So we got a thumb hole opener, as if you haven't already noticed, but you have. Frame lock. We already went over that. As you can see, we got a tip down carry only. You can take that off, and we have a lanyard hole option. Alright, now that we got the specs out of the way, one thing that I really did not like about this knife is that I cannot fix the blade play or remedy a rattling noise through adjusting the pivot, like say any other knife you could do. When I took off the pocket clip to tighten the pivot screw is all the way down, so I can't do much. I could loosen it, which really wouldn't do much. It wouldn't help at all. So yeah, so you can't remedy that. I got vertical play, and I got horizontal play, and this is the noise that I'm hearing that I can't remedy. So yeah. In terms of lock failure, in normal use, I did not get it to fail. It only failed when I was screwing around and batoning through wood with this thing, which only failed like once or twice. And that's not the knife's fault, that's just because it's not being what it's used for. And I got it for about like 15 bucks. I don't care about this knife. So yeah, I was just screwing around with it. General EDC task, same thing as I stated in the Gerber contrast video, which I just recorded before this one. Just general food, yard work, around the house, cutting mailboxes, whatever. I found that this serrated version helped out when my dad wanted to cut a portion of his truck bed liner to make a bigger opening to tie in some rope to anchor down a generator. But if I had the plain edge, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Also, when cutting through a garden hose, the serrated portion also came in handy, which I wouldn't have been able to do with the plain edge. And I don't know, maybe if it was summer I might have been able to do it, but since it's cold right now, the plastic was a little bit more stiff. For the frame lock, as you can see, I could push this lock bar over quite a bit. Now, there is a possibility you can hyperextend this, but I haven't been able to hyperextend it, and I don't think you'll be able to damage the knife doing so, but it is a possibility. Yeah. Another thing that this thing has going for it is it's really cheap. So, I mean, you could walk in. I know that they sell these at Lowe's. I mean, you'll probably see them at Walmart and other places. 15 bucks. I mean, you see a $15 knife, especially a non-knife person, which isn't gonna want to go and spend 40 bucks on a knife, $50 or 60. They could go. They'll just buy it and abuse it, use it. Who cares? Get rid of it. Get lost. I don't care. It's $15. They're not interested in it really. They just see it as a knife to cut stuff with. So pretty much that's the main thing it's got going for it. It's cheap and it fits and it really works for that category that it was designed for. Non-knife people that just need a cheap beater knife to get. Now, if you're getting into collecting and you're transitioning from, say, flea market knives to like, say, Gerbers and like CRKTs or Smith and Wesson, something along that line, because they're cheaper and you could find them and they're more affordable for you than, say, a Kershaw or a SOG or something like that, which are also good companies. This is way better than getting the flea market knives and the Smith and Wessons. So yeah, so it fills that gap and that niche that it was designed for pretty decently. It's a deep carry pocket clip. Another thing that isn't really too attractive about this knife is how long this pocket clip is. This pocket clip is about, let's check this out. It's about 2.5 inches long. So even though it is subdued color, I mean, it might be a little bit more noticeable because it is a long pocket clip. The steel, it held an edge pretty well. Same thing that you'd expect from HCR 13, HCR 14. It's not gonna hold it forever, and it's an intermediate steel. It's gonna take an edge. It's budget price. I mean, it's comparable to what you're gonna get from an AUS-8 blade steel knife. Well, I don't really have. I didn't get no chipping. The steel is gonna roll instead of chip. So, I mean, that's something to note. So, instead of having to work out a whole bunch of chips out of your knife and waste a lot of steel, you just sharpen it up, a few passes on a diamond node or something, and whatever you're using, and you're gonna fix your edge really quickly instead of having to work out some chips on, say, if you had like a harder blade steel. Can't really aside from that, can't really bring up anything notable from my usage from this. Just to note that this presentation side where it has this satin brush finish, this can be engraved at your local trophy shop. Now it will get scratched up, which, I mean, you could probably see away from that light reflection. I don't think the camera's gonna want to focus in on it, but it does get scratched up fairly easily. If you have it next to some keys or something, you leave it lying around on the desk or on the table, go and pick it up, throw it in your pocket. If it gets dropped, this is gonna get scratched up, but you can engrave this. So say if you want to get engraved for like a company anniversary or milestone or family get together, whatever you want to do, give them out for gifts. yeah, that's doable, and you have a fair amount of space. You're looking at about 2 inches, about 2 inches of engravable space. You could maybe get, like, say, an emblem or a logo right here, and you could get a name right here, or you could get a name and the slogan and a name right here. Um, so yeah, what I think this would be good for is, I think it'd be good for a beater knife, EDC in general, a work knife, or something that you could test out your sharpening skills on. Try out a new sharpening method, and you're not gonna feel guilty if you screw up the edge and totally mess it up. Also, for, say, mainly non-knife people, this can be a dressy knife because it does have that two-tone finish. It does look sleek. It is very slim in the pocket, and it does have that subdued color. It can be a dress knife, say, for, like, business, church, weddings. You have that option, and it can fill that role. But for a more better fitting knife, I would probably recommend a LEEK, which is about 2 times the price if you get it for 15 bucks. You're looking at 30 bucks for a LEEK, but it's a whole nother step up from this Pazoda. Average consumer ratings give this 4 stars from about 22,000 reviews across the web, and that's from places like Walmart, Amazon, and just other big box stores. I give this a 2.5 stars just because it does fill the niche and role that it was designed for, but having that blade play and that rattling, I can't fix it in terms of adjusting the pivot. That's what I really don't like about it, and also that you can push that lock bar all the way over, which can present a problem for someone that pushes that over too far, and they might be able to mess up their lock. I believe I didn't go over the price range and the MSRP. So the MSRP for this is $30. You're looking at a price range of 15 to 75 bucks. 75 being at Knife Hog. 15 bucks is the average that you're gonna get. This for. And that's not including brick and mortar stores. This is just going off internet prices. So, I mean, for a beater knife, sure, go for it. But if you want the best bang for your buck, look elsewhere. There's better knives that you can get for about 10 bucks more. But if money's tight, or if you just want to try it out, go on ahead. I mean, CRKT offers quite a few other products in this sub $25 range, and I mean, if you're just transitioning over to better name brands, sure, try them out, get a feel for what you like, what you don't like, and if you don't like this opening hole, hey, that's just a stepping stone. At least you only paid 15 bucks for the knife. Or you don't like stainless steel handles, I mean, you could use this as a learning experience, but for better bang for your buck, I don't recommend this. Alright, thanks guys, have a good one.